Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night? A knot of worry in your stomach, thinking about the future. Perhaps a quiet fear whispers to you about becoming dependent, about losing the ability to do the simplest things for yourself. Or even worse, about feeling like a burden to the ones you love. It's a common fear, isn't it? The thought of needing help for everything, of losing your spark, or your privacy, can be truly disheartening. I hear it in the voices of friends. I see it in the quiet glances of people I meet that worry about aging, about declining, about not being able to manage. It's a painful reality that many seniors face, a silent struggle behind closed doors. But what if I told you there's another way? What if I told you that at 82 I live a full, vibrant life, completely independent, and certainly not a burden to anyone? I believe it's because I've learned and applied 7 wise secrets that have truly transformed my later years. These aren't complicated tricks or expensive solutions, just sensible ways of living that make a profound difference. In this video, we're going to explore these 7 simple, yet powerful, secrets. These are the foundations of a happy, independent senior life, designed to help you maintain your vitality, your sharp mind, and your freedom. Stick with me, because watching to the end will reveal something that might genuinely surprise you and change the way you think about aging. Let's dive right into the first of these wise secrets. And it's one that often gets overlooked in our later years. Even though it's incredibly fundamental to staying independent, it's about making sure you keep moving and building strength. Now, when I say building strength, I'm not talking about becoming a bodybuilder or hitting the gym for hours every day. Far from it. I'm talking about simply maintaining the strength needed for everyday life. Think about it: getting out of a chair, carrying your groceries, walking up a few steps, or even just reaching for something on a high shelf. These are all activities that require a certain level of muscle strength and balance. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia, if we don't actively work to counteract it. This loss can creep up on us, making those everyday tasks feel harder and harder until eventually they become impossible without help. The real danger here isn't just convenience. It's about preventing falls, which, as many of us know, can be devastating for seniors. A strong core, strong legs, and good balance are your best defense against a stumble that could lead to a fracture or a long recovery. So, what does this look like in practice? It's much simpler than you might imagine. It could be as easy as regular walking, a brisk walk around the block, or even just pacing in your living room for 15-20 minutes a few times a day. Makes a huge difference. I try to walk every day, even if it's just to the corner shop and back. The fresh air and sunshine are a bonus beyond walking. Consider incorporating very simple strength exercises. You don't need weights. Your own body weight is often enough. Think about standing up from a chair without using your hands, doing gentle wall push-ups, or even just standing on one leg for a few seconds while holding onto something for balance. There are wonderful, gentle exercise programs specifically designed for seniors available online or through local community centers. Even sitting exercises with resistance bands can be incredibly effective. The key is consistency. Even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes a few times a week, the goal is to keep those muscles active, sending signals to your brain that they are still needed, still vital. My neighbor, Margaret, she started doing just 10 squats a day, holding onto her kitchen counter for support. And within a month, she told me she felt so much more confident getting up from low chairs. It's those small, consistent efforts that add up to big results in maintaining your physical independence. It's not about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about gentle persistence. Understanding that every little bit of movement and strength you maintain now is an investment in your future autonomy. Now, while keeping our bodies strong is absolutely crucial, let's talk about the second wise secret, which is just as vital for maintaining our independence, and that's nurturing your mind with curiosity. Our brains, much like our muscles, need to be exercised and challenged to stay sharp and agile. The fear of memory loss, of losing our mental faculties, is perhaps even more frightening to some than physical decline. But the good news is, our brains have an incredible capacity for growth and adaptation. Even as we age, it's called neuroplasticity, and it means we can continue to form new neural connections throughout our lives. The best way to keep your mind vibrant is to engage in activities that require mental effort and curiosity. This isn't about solving complex equations if that's not your interest, but rather about stepping outside your comfort zone, even just a little bit. For me, that means reading. I immerse myself in all sorts of books, historical fiction, biographies, even some of the popular science ones my grandchildren recommend. Reading keeps my vocabulary rich, my imagination active, and my comprehension skills sharp. Beyond reading, consider learning something new. It could be a new language, even just a few phrases a day, or picking up a musical instrument you always admired. Maybe it's learning how to use a new app on your phone, or trying a new recipe that requires a bit of measuring and focus. These activities create new pathways in your brain and keep it flexible. Another fantastic way to nurture your mind is through puzzles. Crosswords, Sudoku, jigsaw puzzles. These are all excellent ways to challenge different parts of your brain. They improve problem-solving skills, memory recall, and focus. I enjoy a good crossword with my morning tea, and I can truly feel my brain whirring. But it's not just about formal learning or puzzles. Social interaction plays a huge role in keeping our minds sharp too. Engaging in lively conversations, discussing current events, sharing stories with friends and family. These interactions stimulate our brains in ways that solitary activities cannot. They require quick thinking, listening, empathy, and memory. So make an effort to connect with others, whether it's over the phone, through video calls, or in person. These social connections are like a mental workout, keeping your cognitive gears turning smoothly. My friend, Arthur, he joined an online book club last year, and he tells me it's not just the reading that's exciting, but the discussions with people from all over the world. It's broadened his perspective and kept his mind incredibly agile. He's learning new things every day just by talking to people. Remember, keeping your mind active isn't just about preventing decline. It's about enriching your life, discovering new passions, and staying engaged with the world around you. It's about maintaining your capacity for joy and wonder. And these mental exercises, just like physical ones, need to be consistent. Don't feel overwhelmed. Start small. Pick one new thing this week, something that sparks your interest, and give it a try. Your mind will thank you for it. Building on the foundation of a strong body and an active mind, let's turn our attention to the third wise secret: listening to your body and acting on it. This might sound obvious, but as we age, there's often a tendency to dismiss new aches, pains, or changes as just old age. We might think, oh, it's nothing, or it'll pass. But ignoring these signals can be a grave mistake when it comes to maintaining your independence. Your body is constantly sending you messages, and paying attention to them, and then taking appropriate action, is crucial for catching potential issues early before they become bigger, independence-threatening problems. This secret isn't about becoming hypochondriacs, always worrying about every little thing. It's about being observant and proactive. For example, if you notice you're feeling more tired than usual, or if a persistent cough lingers, or if your balance feels a bit off, don't just brush it aside. These could be subtle indicators of something that needs attention. It might be a simple vitamin deficiency, a minor infection, or something that can be easily managed with a doctor's guidance. Regular checkups are non-negotiable, even if you feel perfectly fine. Seeing your doctor for routine screenings and discussions about your overall health is a cornerstone of proactive care. It's much easier to address an issue when it's small, rather than waiting until it escalates into a serious problem that could lead to hospital stays, medication complications, or a loss of your ability to manage daily life. I make it a point to go for my annual physical, and I keep a little notebook with any questions or observations I've had since my last visit. This helps me remember everything and ensures I get the most out of my appointment. Beyond regular checkups, it's also about understanding your medications and any conditions you have. Don't be afraid to ask your doctor or pharmacist questions. Know what each pill is for, what time you should take it, and what potential side effects to watch out for. Being an informed participant in your own healthcare journey empowers you to make better decisions and avoid adverse reactions that could compromise your independence. It's also about making healthy lifestyle choices, eating nutritious meals, getting enough sleep, and managing stress. These aren't just feel-good recommendations. They directly impact your energy levels, your immune system, and your overall resilience. If you're consistently eating processed foods, your body isn't getting the fuel it needs to function optimally, and that can lead to a cascade of problems. If you're not sleeping well, your mind and body can't repair themselves, leading to fatigue and reduced cognitive function. So, listening to your body means feeding it well, resting it, and seeking professional advice when those signals tell you something isn't quite right. It's an active partnership with yourself and your healthcare providers. Moving on to the fourth wise secret. And this one might not be the most glamorous, but it is incredibly powerful in securing your independence, planning ahead, and living within your means. Financial security, or at least financial stability, is a cornerstone of not becoming a burden. The worry about money can be incredibly debilitating, and the inability to cover basic expenses can quickly erode your autonomy, forcing you to rely on others. This secret isn't just about having a huge retirement fund. It's about smart management of what you do have, no matter the amount. For many of us, our income changes significantly in retirement. Pensions, Social Security, or limited savings become our lifelines. The first step is to truly understand your financial situation. What are your consistent sources of income? What are your fixed expenses, rent, or mortgage? Utilities, insurance. What are your variable expenses, groceries, entertainment, travel? Creating a simple budget, even just a mental one, helps you see where your money is going and where you might be able to make adjustments. It's about prioritizing needs over wants and making conscious spending decisions. I know it can be tempting to treat ourselves, but a little restraint now can prevent a lot of stress later. Avoiding unnecessary debt is also paramount. Credit card debt, in particular, can quickly spiral out of control and become a heavy burden, siphoning away precious resources that could be used for your well-being. If you find yourself in debt, making a plan to pay it down, even slowly, is a wise step. This secret also involves proactive planning for potential future costs. Think about health insurance. Do you have adequate coverage? Have you considered long-term care insurance if that's something you're able to afford and it aligns with your wishes? While these can be difficult topics, addressing them now, while you are well and independent, gives you more choices and reduces the likelihood of financial strain on yourself or your family. Later on, it's about being realistic and prepared. Many communities offer free or low-cost financial counseling for seniors. And it's always a good idea to seek advice from trusted professionals who understand the unique financial challenges of retirement. My niece, bless her, helped me sit down and look at my budget a few years ago. We found a few areas where I was spending unnecessarily, and just by making those small adjustments, I felt so much more secure. It's not about deprivation, it's about empowerment. It's about ensuring you have enough to cover your needs comfortably, without constantly worrying or having to ask for help. This financial stability gives you the freedom to make your own choices, to live where and how you want, for as long as possible. And that brings us to the fifth wise secret, which is intricately linked to both our mental and emotional well-being, cultivating connections and a purpose. Loneliness and a lack of purpose can be as detrimental to our independence as physical ailments. When we feel isolated or like we don't have a reason to get out of bed in the morning, our physical and mental health can decline rapidly. Humans are social creatures. We thrive on connection and on feeling needed. Maintaining and nurturing your social network is absolutely vital. This doesn't mean you need a huge circle of friends, even a few close. Meaningful relationships can make a profound difference. Make an effort to reach out to family, friends, and neighbors. A simple phone call, a cup of tea together, or a shared activity can brighten your day and keep you connected to the world. If your current social circle has dwindled, don't be afraid to seek out new connections. Community centers, local clubs, hobby groups, and volunteer organizations are excellent places to meet like-minded people. Joining a walking group, a book club, or a gardening society can introduce you to new friends and give you a regular reason to get out and about. I volunteer at our local library a few mornings a week, and it's truly wonderful. I love being around the books, but more importantly, I love the conversations with the staff and the patrons. It gives me a sense of belonging and contribution. This idea of contribution leads directly to the second part of this secret-finding purpose. Purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It can be as simple as nurturing a garden, caring for a pet, mentoring a younger person, or pursuing a beloved hobby with dedication. Having a project, a responsibility, or a passion gives structure to your days and instills a sense of value. It's about feeling like your life has meaning beyond simply existing. When you have a purpose, you're more motivated to stay healthy, to keep learning, and to engage with the world. You have a reason to maintain your independence because there's something you want to do, something you want to achieve or contribute to. My friend, Evelyn, took up painting in her late 70s. She's not aiming to be famous, but the joy she gets from creating, from the focus it requires, and from sharing her art with friends has transformed her life. It's given her a renewed sense of energy and a wonderful reason to wake up each morning. So, seek out those connections and discover or rediscover a purpose that ignites your spirit. These are powerful antidotes to the isolation and stagnation that can rob us of our independence. Next, we move to the sixth wise secret, one that some of us might initially resist, but which is increasingly vital in our modern world, being open to new tools and knowledge, especially technology. I know, for many of us, technology can feel daunting, a confusing maze of buttons and screens. But embracing even a little bit of it can significantly enhance your independence and quality of life. Think of it as a helpful assistant, designed to make things easier, safer, and more connected. Consider how technology can keep you connected to family and friends, especially those who live far away. Video calls on a smartphone or tablet allow you to see your grandchildren grow up, to chat face-to-face with siblings, and to feel truly present in their lives, even across continents. This combats that sense of isolation we just talked about. I learned to use video calls a few years ago, and it's been a game changer for staying close to my daughter who lives abroad. It felt a bit fiddly at first, but with a little patience and help from my grandson, it became second nature. Beyond social connection, technology offers practical benefits. Online banking means you don't have to venture out to the bank, especially on bad weather days. Telehealth appointments allow you to consult with doctors from the comfort of your own home, saving time and travel stress. Many grocery stores offer online ordering and delivery, which can be a huge help if mobility becomes an issue. Even something as simple as a smart speaker can help you set reminders for medication, play your favorite music, or give you the weather forecast, all with just your voice. The key here isn't to become a tech wizard, but to identify the tools that could genuinely make your life easier and safer, and then being willing to learn. Start small. Perhaps it's just learning to send a text message to your family, or how to use a navigation app on your phone so you feel more confident driving in new areas. Don't be afraid to ask for help from younger family members or local libraries and community centers, many of which offer free technology classes for seniors. There are also many excellent online tutorials that can walk you through things step by step. The initial frustration can be significant. I won't lie. But the benefits of staying connected, informed, and capable in an increasingly digital world are immense. It expands your world rather than shrinking it, and that's a powerful aspect of independence. Don't let the fear of the new keep you from tools that can truly empower you. Finally, we arrive at the seventh and perhaps most profound wise secret: embracing change with a positive outlook. Life is a constant process of change, and as we age, these changes can become more frequent and sometimes more challenging. We might face the loss of loved ones, shifts in our health, changes in our living situations, or the retirement of friends. How we respond to these inevitable changes has a massive impact on our ability to maintain our independence and our overall happiness. It's easy to get stuck in the past, lamenting what once was, or to become fearful of what the future might bring. But dwelling on loss or potential decline can be paralyzing. Instead, a positive outlook, coupled with adaptability, allows us to navigate these shifts with grace and resilience. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging the reality of a situation, processing your feelings, and then actively looking for ways to adapt and find new paths forward. For example, if driving becomes challenging, instead of focusing on the loss of freedom, explore alternatives, public transport, ride-sharing services, or asking friends for a lift. If your energy levels aren't what they used to be, prioritize what truly matters and focus your energy on those activities. It's about being creative in finding solutions and focusing on what you can do, rather than what you can't. My friend, Clara, had to give up her large garden because it became too much to manage. She was heartbroken at first, but then she decided to focus on container gardening on her patio, and now she has a beautiful array of herbs and small vegetables, bringing her immense joy without the physical strain. She adapted and found a new way to enjoy her passion. Gratitude plays a huge role in maintaining a positive outlook. Taking time each day to acknowledge the good things in your life, no matter how small, can profoundly shift your perspective. It could be the warmth of a cup of tea, a sunny day, a friendly phone call, or the beauty of a bird singing outside your window. When you actively seek out reasons to be grateful, you train your brain to see possibilities and blessings. Even amidst challenges, this proactive mindset fosters resilience, allowing you to bounce back from setbacks and maintain your emotional independence. It means you don't become a victim of circumstances, but rather a master of your own attitude and approach to life. It's about finding joy in the present moment and facing the future with a spirit of adventure. Even when that adventure takes unexpected turns, this powerful secret is about cultivating an inner strength that allows you to face anything life throws at you, without letting it define or diminish you. So, there you have them, the 7 wise secrets that have allowed me, at 82, to live a truly independent and fulfilling life. We've talked about the importance of keeping your body moving and strong, ensuring you can manage everyday tasks and prevent falls. We explored how nurturing your mind with curiosity, through reading, learning, and social interaction, keeps your cognitive abilities sharp and vibrant. We delved into the necessity of listening to your body and acting on those signals, prioritizing proactive health management and understanding your medical needs. We discussed the wisdom of planning ahead and living within your means, ensuring financial stability so you don't have to rely on others for basic needs. We highlighted the crucial role of cultivating connections and finding purpose, combating loneliness and giving meaning to your days. We considered how being open to new tools and knowledge, especially technology, can expand your world and simplify daily tasks. And finally, we embraced the profound power of a positive outlook and adaptability, navigating life's inevitable changes with grace and resilience. Remember, these aren't about radical transformations overnight. They are about small, consistent efforts that compound over time, building a robust foundation for your independence. It's about making conscious choices every day to invest in your physical, mental, emotional, and financial well-being. You have more control than you might think, and every little step you take towards these wise secrets is a step towards a more empowered, joyful, and independent life. Don't underestimate the power of these seemingly simple principles. They are the keys to unlocking a future where you remain in the driver's seat of your own life. I truly hope that these insights have resonated with you, and perhaps even sparked some new ideas for your own journey. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are some of your own secrets for staying independent? Or perhaps you have a question about one of the secrets we discussed. Please share your wisdom and experiences in the comments below. Your perspective is valuable and can help so many others in our wonderful community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who could benefit from these messages. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more helpful content designed to empower you to live your best life at every age. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, your independence is a precious gift, and it's absolutely within your power to cherish and protect it. Live your best life every single day.